Donnie and Dolly, the team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
We're joined now from the Colorado Avalanche, by way of Abbotsford, Stanley Cup champion Devon Toews. Devon, thanks for doing this. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you?
Very, very well. That must sound very nice. Stanley Cup champion Devon Toews. So the Stanley Cup final ends June 26th. Be honest now, what's the party been like since then?
It's been good. It's died down now for the last few days, but for 6 or 7 days there in a row, we were enjoying ourselves, and half the fun is having family and friends that get to enjoy it as well. So to have others that get a share in the success of our team was great to see.
Devon, what was that moment like when you raised the Stanley Cup? Who or what were you thinking of?
I was just thinking about my teammates at that point. You think about raising that your whole life and, playing with your siblings or your friends in the backyard or, at roller hockey or whatever it might be. You think about that moment, but when it happens, it's kind of a relief. And then to share it with that group of guys, we had such a good team and, everybody pulling for each other. So to raise it with those guys and them all cheering you on was pretty cool. What family members and friends were there for you, Devon? Yeah, I had my parents were there, my brother was there, my wife, and then three of my groomsmen for my wedding, and a couple family members on their side were all there. So it was cool that I had people there to share it in, and my wife's parents were back in Denver watching our baby boy. So he didn't get to make it to Tampa, but he was right there waiting when we got home. What are your plans with the Stanley Cup? I don't know what date you get the Stanley Cup, but what are your plans? Are you taking it to Abbotsford? No, we're actually going to do it in Denver. My whole family's from the West Coast. My wife's from New Jersey, so her whole family's on the East Coast. And going to school on the East Coast we made a lot of friends out there as well. But so Denver seems to be a good stopping ground, and having a kid at home too. It's easy to do it at home, and traveling with him is not easy right now. So that just makes it a little easier for everyone.
Hey, Devon, can you talk about the journey to the Stanley Cup? It started in Surrey, then NCAA, then it went to Bridgeport. You got to the NHL a little bit later than most, but here you are, paired up with Cale Makar. You win the Cup. How has the journey been?
Yeah, the journey's been good. Playing in Surrey, I was so lucky to be playing junior A in that organization. And then the coach at the time, Matt Earhart, was a Quinnipiac grad. And he reached out to their coaching staff and had them scout me. And it was a perfect fit for me going there for 3 years. Got my degree, which was my main focus the whole time going through college, was to make sure I got my degree. Because pro hockey is awesome, and I'm so lucky and fortunate to have this career I've had so far. But a lot of people aren't as fortunate, and to have that degree to fall back on was huge. And I got to thank Lou and the staff in New York for believing in me and giving me a chance out there, and then to end up in Colorado and paired with Cale and playing with the incredible team we have has just been so. I feel so grateful for it.
The other BC connection is Bowen Byram. Talk about this kid out of the Kootenays and his growth as a player down the stretch, Devon.
Yeah, Bo and I had a little connection. We both attended Yale Hockey Academy in Abbotsford. Right. So, we have a lot of connections there with people that we've worked with and coaches and whatnot. So, Bo's such a good kid. I love him to death. I would have him over for dinners his first couple of years here, just to get to know him and make him feel like he's got friends and people around him that'll take care of him. And he's had some tough moments, some tough injuries and tough things that he's had to deal with at such a young age, and you don't wish that upon anyone. And the way he's just been able to battle through it and stay mentally strong on it, and then continue to work on his game on the ice, off the ice, he just continues to get stronger. He's getting his game to where it needs to be, and he's going to be such a big piece for us. I see him as a Norris winner in the future here. He's that good.
He had to battle through almost getting arrested at the parade too, Devon. There was that. Hey, teams were game playing against the defensive pairing of Toews and Makar. Can you describe what it was like to play alongside somebody as special as Cale Makar?
Yeah, Cale's Cale. It's to me, I just try to stay out of his way, let him do his thing, but also try to compliment him. And we have such a unique pairing. We never really argue. We never even really talk about plays that just happened. We just go shift by shift and move on. And when we're called upon, we go out there and teams try to line match. It's so tough to line match against our team or line match against different deep pairs. We were just so deep, six deep on the back end and 12 up front, and we felt like we could play any style of game that we needed to get it done. We showed that we can do the high flying offensive games, and then we showed we can shut down and win 2-1, 1-0 hockey games as well.
Hey, Devon, I always say this, that great teams have to go through some playoff pain before they do something special, like raise the Stanley Cup. There was a lot of playoff pain there even before you got there, Devon, but that playoff series against Vegas where you get knocked out after having a 2-0 series lead, in a strange way, did that help you this spring?
Absolutely. We learned from that series. I think that series really showed us what it takes to win and to make it over the hump of, the second round, third round, and keep going and consistently play, good games every night. You can't just take off nights and lose a game, 5-6-0. It just hurts you down the road. And in that series, we had a 2-0 lead, and then we just collapsed. We lost our way a little bit as a team, mentally, physically. We couldn't find our game and get back to it for, a 60-minute game. We would show stretches of it. And then this year, we just turned the switch, and it was 60 minutes every night. Our team was grinding, no matter if we were down 1 or 2 goals or, that Edmonton game 4, we were down 3-0, and there was no quit in our room. Everybody knew that we had what it takes to get the job done in that game, and we just kind of slowly grinded that one out.
How much do you know about Alexander Georgiev, Devon?
Not too much, honestly. I played against him more so when I was with the Islanders, and he's a good goalie, and he's a hungry goalie. He's hungry to want to be a starter and, show that he can do that. And we're going to do whatever we can in front of him to make him comfortable, to give him the best chance to succeed for us.
Hey, Devon, the parade in Colorado, tell us what kind of hockey fans are there for the Avalanche.
Yeah, I think the parade shows how much, Colorado loves the Avs and how much we bring to that city. There's people hanging from buildings, running up and down. I think there was a group of shirtless teenagers that seemed to end up at every corner that our fire truck went by, so they seemed to just be running the whole parade and getting a little exercise out of it. But Denver's such a good hockey town, and I really think we have one of the loudest buildings in the league right now, just with how passionate our fans are, and they have their songs they like to sing, and their different rituals, and it's cool to be a part of those.
Well, it certainly came across watching it on television, and it's hockey country, so yep. It is a special hockey town. Devon, thanks for this. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Have a great summer.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
You bet.